Hey everybody, GC13 here. Season 3 of The Owl House, the final 3 episodes of the series, is just 3 weeks away. With all of these threes, I couldn't resist. I had to make a video talking about 3 things I expect from Season 3. First up, big picture. Who's going to be the focus of the season? Will the show stay zeroed in on Luz, or will we find ourselves with other characters as well? Luz and her friends will have an exciting time. Of that I'm sure. Not only do they have to find a way back to the Boiling Isles, and to deal with what's left of Philip while doing it, but when they return to the Demon Realm, they have to take down a god. But these episodes are going to be 44 minutes apiece. That means there's going to be a lot going on in each one. I would expect not just the story of Luz, starting off with her trying to get home, but also regular check-ins with King, the Collector, and their game of Owl House, to add urgency to Luz's mission. That doesn't mean I'm expecting there to be a lot of time to explore oddball stuff. Far from it. I think we're all aware of how Season 3 had to be heavily adjusted so it could be cut down into 3 double-length episodes. The episodes may be big, but each one is going to be asked to do a lot. Every scene will mean something. The fact that Season 3 was adjusted and cut down, rather than simply cut down, gives me heart though. That means that it's much more likely to flow well. Anything that Dana had to squeeze in, lest it never be canon, should hopefully find itself placed in a story crafted with a hole for it to fill, rather than it having to be awkwardly shoehorned in. But even if the road we take to get there is different, I don't think the ending has been changed, at least not in tone. And what tone am I expecting this ending to take? Well, as an eternal optimist, I'm going to say I expect an outright happy ending. We're certain to go to some dark places before we get there. I can't imagine that the Collector is kind to playthings that bore him. But when everything is finished, I'm sure Luz will be able to grow up with her mother, but still be able to see all of her friends on the Boiling Isles. I guess the closest thing to what I'm thinking of is Steven Universe the movie. Yes, everything's a mess, but we all have each other, and we can rebuild. Though, hopefully with a Kipo in the Age of Wonder Beast style timeskip, where we can see our protagonists and their world a few years down the line. And as a crucial part of the flavor of the ending, I have to wonder, will there be any heroic sacrifices to tinge it with sadness? I definitely don't want King to die, so I'm not going to dwell on that thought for long. Kikimora, maybe? I feel like she's already seen the light, the way she was discarded by Belos. Killing her off would just be kicking her when she's down. Odalia, then. She seems pretty far gone, but she's definitely been set up for some character growth in the 3rd season. Even if she doesn't die, I think she'll do something to prove she's more than just an evil woman. But now, the 3rd major point I wanted to cover, the first big storyline of the season. How do they make it home? My answer? The giraffes are the ones who get Luz and company back to the Boiling Isles. At first I thought this was going to be a long-shot hope of mine, but then I saw that the first episode of the season was titled Thanks to Them. So yeah, that shot's not looking nearly so long anymore. The giraffes were mentioned as a throwaway joke in the very first episode, and while nothing has been done with them, they haven't been forgotten. One of Gus's ambitions is to become ambassador to the human realm and re-establish contact with the giraffes. They wouldn't just be callbacks, though. The reason I always favored them is because the giraffes would be one way to solve a problem the script has. The team needs to make it back to the Boiling Isles to save the day, but they don't have very much screen time to do it. The human realm is very short on magic, so unless Philip can make them a door out of Hex's Hold'em cards, we're very short of options that don't need a lot of explanation. Magical creatures from the demon realm having a backdoor they created or discovered sometime over the centuries, though? That doesn't need much explanation at all, just a way for Luz and company to gain their trust. And she has a way of doing that. Whatever happens in Season 3, it's going to be a big send-off for the series. We'll all see it together in 3 weeks. But until then, we have our speculation. What do you guys think? What are you expecting out of Season 3? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more cartoon videos.